I'm fine, thank you. So, Kaylin, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Number one, have you always accepted yourself and your type of hair?
No, definitely not. For most of my childhood, from about the time I was born till I was about 14, 15, I did not accept my hair or the way that I looked. Just because everyone always told me I needed to straighten my hair to be pretty, to be beautiful, to be accepted in society. And the media feeds you these ideas of European features, and that's what you need to be in order to be desirable or seen as beautiful. And the closer you are to that, that's the more beautiful you are in a sense. And so for a long time I was very, very conscious about my hair specifically, because my hair was so different from the people around me, and because my hair is so curly, it was a mission to straighten when I was younger, and I went through a lot of pain. I spent a lot of money and time on my hair because I did not accept it. But yeah, so now I did not always accept how I looked and my hair. But that changed when I was younger, thank God it did.
So, Kaylin, today, still in the current time, do you ever feel pressure from someone at your university or your church or wherever you dwell for you to straighten your hair and change the way you look because of how other people feel towards your look?
I don't feel like in this moment in my life, I don't feel pressure to change my hair. There are people who still in this present day don't accept my natural hair. I've gotten at church, like a lot of the old aunties still don't think it's okay, and I've had people tell me like I look better with straight hair and those kinds of things. At university, I go to like a very free university, and I think young people are very acceptable of different things these days, so I don't feel pressured to change myself. But I've also not been in a corporate industry, in a work environment, and I'm fearful that once I go into the corporate industry that it's going to be a problem. But I want to be someone who starts something new and takes a stand, and I want to be someone who is myself all the time, and I don't want to be in an environment where people are going to tell me I need to change myself for these standards. I want to prove to people that you can be who you are, and we don't have to kind of assimilate to European standards, because it just doesn't make sense to me.
So, Kaylin, when did you start loving you?
When I was about 14, 15, I would say like grade 9, I just got like fed up. Like I got so sick of spending so much time on my hair, spending so much money on my hair. My hair was weak. I was just not happy with caring so much about what other people thought of me, and I wasn't happy about the fact that I wasn't happy about how I looked at myself. Like I wanted to be confident in myself, I wanted to be those people that I looked up to and saw that they were just so confident in who they were. And I didn't want the fact that my hair is different from others, that I looked different from others, to be a reason why I shouldn't be confident and be comfortable in my skin. So when I was 14 and 15, I decided to slowly start transitioning into natural hair. And so so I kind of, it was first like every second week or every third week I would blow dry, flat iron, or process my hair. But I stopped using chemicals at all, because I used straighteners and relaxers for a good part of like my younger childhood, and but I stopped doing that. And then I would then I transitioned into like maybe only setting my hair like once a month, and it was like every 3 months. Now it's like probably like every 6 months. I don't really straighten my hair anymore. But when I was 14, 15, I was going through that process and I was literally just like, I'm so tired, I want to be able to swim if I want to. Because that's what my friends got to do. They got to like do whatever they want and they never had to stress about there. And I want to be able to do all of those things. And I was just going to tell myself, I told myself at that time, I'm just going to be natural until a point where my hair is nice and long and then I'm going to straighten my hair all the time. And now I'm just like, well, that's not the thing. I'm not going to straighten my hair people. So, yeah, I would say 14, 15. And I will say, it was really, really difficult because that was about 7-8 years ago, and during that time, natural hair was not in fashion. It was not the fashion statement the way that it is today, and it was very, very difficult just because people were not used to it, but I did anyway.
Kaylin,
Yeah.
what do you love most about yourself?
I would say the fact that I kind of just do whatever I want to do, and I really don't care about things that are irrelevant. I care about the things that are important to me and that affects people and the way that we live, and like material things don't really bother me. And I really love that I'm adventurous and that I've learned to be confident and accept myself for whatever that is, because I don't think there are many people who really, really love who they are at the end of the day. Like your raw self, your natural self, do you really love that person? And it's very difficult, but yeah, I love it.
So Kaylin, if you could time travel at this very moment and go back in time to give your younger self an inspiring message, what would that be?
I would tell myself like, don't take this whole thing so seriously. Like, you don't have to look perfect all the time. And I would tell myself to love myself first, and that's the only way I'm gonna be able to really show other people how to love me and accept love. Because I was very insecure, and when I was 14, I really cared about what boys thought about me. And I mean, now that I'm older, I just realize how stupid and irrelevant that was, because who you are when you're 14 is not going to be who you are for the rest of your life. But it's important to kind of just take things as you come and learn as much as you can and not really care about what other people